Okay, so a couple of people in the last few weeks have asked me to record myself making one of these drinks so that you know what goes into it. So I decided, why the fuck not? So I'm gonna make a corn and oil. Let's see. This drink requires Barbados rum, bitters, the juice of a half of a lime, velvet falernum, or homemade, which I made myself. You do a couple of dashes of your bitters into your, I use a double rocks glass. So I don't know if that's right. I'm no bartender. A couple of shots of that. Now we'll do the lime. So you just get all of the juice, all of it. And you won't believe the number of limes that have been run through this house during pandemic. I'm down to 2 and I'm like, shit, I might have to go to the store tonight. All right, next we want 2 ounces of Barbados rum, which I learned the hard way that this particular jigger that I got for free with Bottle of Cointreau is actually about 1.5 ounces per pour. So I proceeded to get pretty goddamn drunk one night on accident. Okay, now next is the falernum. So we'll do that. Okay, if you recall, I made my own falernum. If you have been following this pandemic journey, and basically it takes about 3 days to make, 3 or 4, depending on how clovey you want it to be. So real quick, it's hard to find. So I think like a more extensive liquor store might have the bottle, like the velvet falernum, but I couldn't find it in Gainesville. So I ended up doing my own, and it looks like this. It looks weird. It looks like swamp water, but it's high octane, 100 and like the overproofed rum, Jamaican rum, almonds, cloves. You let that soak for a couple days. Then you add the zest of a bunch of limes. More limes. Let that soak for a day. This one I added a cinnamon stick. You can add cinnamon stick. I think there's some recipes that you can put in like allspice. That's part of the spice world. And then you let that sit for a day. And then once that's done, you strain off all that stuff. It looks weird, like it's like kind of gross. But you strain that all off, and then you make a lime simple syrup, and then mix that together, and then this is what you get. So it's kind of sweet, kind of tart. And I haven't really found that many drinks that call for it, so I've just been drinking these corn and oils. There's one that's made with bourbon, but I can't. I just don't like to mess with bourbon. Like, it's so good on its own. Don't do it. Unless you're having an old-fashioned, and then only if you have Luxardo cherries. Okay, here we go with the falernum. Don't spill it. Okay, so you just add this in. So now at this point we have falernum, lime juice, and rum. And the traditional corn and oils require, they say, like the Smuggler's Cove book that I bought says crush ice or nothing else, but I don't want to fuck with that. I kind of like this. I don't want it to get watered down. So I actually go against the grain and do whole cubes. Here it is. And we have one more step to go, and it's my favorite step. I'm a believer that any rum drink is not really a good rum drink unless it has a floater. And so corn and oils, here we go. This is the oil part of it. So I just pour a little bit on the top, and it stays separate. And it's super cool. All right, that's it. It is a multiple step drink, but it's not like, oh, you don't need to be like Tom Cruise in Cocktail, like shaking shit around. Here it is. Cheers. Cheers to all of you. You get a little sweet at the top from the blackstrap rum. The bottom half, that or 3/4, that's basically booze and a tartness. So it's very tart, very limey, very there's a little bit of spice to it, and but it's balanced off. Like if you sip it correctly, you get just a little hit of the blackstrap with each sip, and it kind of You know, it's good. This thing is all booze, by the way. So one and done. Don't have two of these. You'll be wrecked. Don't do it.